my wife and my new car, Ralph Dieter.
Ralph, you're muted.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. Have you ever backed up in a parking lot and hit a parking lot pole? I have. Crunch. Ouch. With all the dents in my back bumper and everywhere else, they started calling me Wreck-It Ralph. So I bought a new car. It's a Subaru. It has lots of bells and whistles and smells great too. I love that new car smell. It's great on gas. It looks good. And my wife says I look good in it. It has all-wheel drive. I don't have to put on chains when I go up to the snow. Mount Baldy skiing, here I come. And the electronics in this vehicle are simply amazing. The gadgets include a backup camera that goes on automatically when I reverse, so no more dented fenders for me. There's also a front camera. It's there to help me avoid traffic accidents. It has a computer system that automatically slows you down. It even stops the car if you're about to have an accident. Sounds great, doesn't it? And it has one thing you would never expect in a car. It has my wife programmed into all these systems. My wife is an electronics engineer. She asked me if she could optimize my new car for me. Sure, I like improved performance, more horsepower, more torque, better cornering capability, whatever. Zoom, zoom. That's me. Now they call me Hot Rod Ralph. Well, I did get improved performance from my new car, but then funny things started happening. On my way home from work one day, my wife's video image pops up onto the Bluetooth communication system. Beep! And she said, "Hello, dear. Please stop by the market and bring home some milk and eggs." Well, that's useful. It saved me an extra trip to the store. Then the other day on the freeway, I started to accelerate and to get around the slowpoke that was ahead of me in the fast lane. When my wife's image popped up again, she said, "Be careful, dear. We want you home to come home safe." Well, I thought I was driving safe, so I continued to speed up. Then my wife came up again and said firmly, saying in a firm voice, "Ralph, please slow down."
Do you want this applesauce?
Suddenly, my car's speed was cut from 85 to 70 miles per hour. Woo! What's going on here? When I got home, I asked my wife about this. She said it was probably one of those new safety features. By now, I'm really wondering about my car's communication system. The final straw was when I got it into my head to go to a girly bar near the local college campus. As I was turning into the parking lot of the girly bar, my wife came on again. "Bing! Ralph, please don't go there. Come home." I just ignored it. I kept driving across the parking lot. Then my car's security system came on. The alarm system went off and lights were flashing. Bing! I hear my wife's firm voice saying, "Ralph, Please turn the car around and come home now. I just slowed down. I kept driving to the girly bar anyway. As I drove closer to the girly bar, my speed was cut to a crawl. All the alarms were on high volume. Woo, woo, woo! All the car lights were flashing, and the car locks locked, and smoke was billowing out of the engine, and fireworks came out of the tailpipe of my car like it was the 4th of July. And my wife's angry face pops up. Bing! And she says, Ralph, don't you dare come home immediately. Immediately. A deep male computer voice then came up and said, countdown to driver ejection in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, driver ejection imminent. 4, 3. Well, I didn't have a parachute, so I turned my car around and left the parking lot of the girly bar. Several guys were watching all this from the parking lot near the girly bar. And one of them just shook his head and said, that must be one of those new models my friend Bubba told me about. It has a communications programmable feature for wives. That guy's in big trouble now. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes. By now, that's way too much to bear for me. I'm bringing my car back to the dealer to get it repaired or get my money back. So guys, just be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. And your wife might get it too. Mr. Contest Master.